so amazing. So I didn't need women. I saw 0 women in the Stardust project. You know that, right? I saw 0 women. Every normal person can connect to a female or a male character if they represent something that's universal and it's good and it's cool, something that speaks to you.
Stay the away from Custodes. Where is your argument when you actually hear the full context of what everyone's saying? These are already things that are established in, would you change their mind every coup? Fuck you. Demand some consistency from those fucking people then.
So we are going to talk about, do women actually want female Custodes? The truth about female fans in 40k. So guys, this is very important. You see the contrast, especially lately, between how GW is handling what fans want and what fans actually do want. And I do have my comment section now filled with above 500 comments between the both latest videos about the female Custodes sales and whatnot. So some of those comments do say that the female fans that they know are actually interested in orcs, or let's say Eldari or whatever, or Tyranids. Even one of our own here, Kano said that, well, the female fans that I know are interested in Tyranids or whatever. And I personally, as a female fan, I'm interested exactly in the Custodes. So none of those that I just mentioned actually include women. I mean, besides the Custodes right now, because they wanted to shoehorn in female Custodes right there. So what is the truth here, basically? Well, guys, as far as we have seen, again, and as far as I can tell, because I'm the freaking 40k Empress, so... Yeah, thank you. I mean, basically, there's not that many creators when it comes to 40k that are girls. So I can say from first hand that what I want from Warhammer 40k is to just leave it be Warhammer 40k. Just be as it is. Yeah. Be what it was. What I fell in love with is not including women in it, although there are women in it, they're amazing. We have to mention, of course, Sisters of Battle, Sisters of Silence, some Inquisitors, Female Astra Militarum, whatever, which lately are a bit too prominent, which is again another, another consequence of the current wokeness wave that is absolutely not needed. So we have already female factions, which is pretty cool. I mean, when I first came into Warhammer, I was like, hey, big muscular guys in freaking huge armor that was like out of proportion. I mean, that's how I took it. Yeah, super soldiers. That was so awesome. What attracted me in my journey was I saw the Astartes project, which is a fan animation series on YouTube by Sayama Peterson. And this guy now works for GW because they hired him after his amazing, animation with Astartes, and he's still making Astartes too. Okay, great. The point is, this is one guy that didn't even had anything to do with official Warhammer at the beginning. He was just a fan. But because of his work, so many people like me that never heard of Warhammer 40k before in their whole lives. Although I am a comic book fan, I am a sci-fi fan. I mean, I like, Star Trek, Andromeda, Star Wars to a certain extent. So I'm not new to these types of universes, but I still never heard of Warhammer 40k. So GW did nothing for me. GW didn't do their job to introduce new fans, didn't make Warhammer popular enough for Warhammer to reach me, for example. Because again, I'm a geek. I'm not already, I'm not a girl that watches only romantic movies and whatever. I'm the opposite of that. I watch manly cool stuff because that is what's good to me. So this fan, instead of GW, brought Warhammer in my gaze. I covered it, I reacted to it, and then I started covering other creators because people wanted me to cover Bricky and his stuff that even back then, by the way, I knew that his takes were silly and didn't sound right, and I was correct from the very get-go. I started analyzing Warhammer, I started reading the books, I got into the hobby. People called me the 40k Empress. They were inspired by my dedication from the get-go. That's what it stuck, and here we are. What attracted me to Warhammer was the big muscular dudes in huge armor that the Stardust Project showed to me on screen, and I was fascinated by the awesome precision of each of their movements, how they look, how big they were. We saw also human soldiers there, and you know, the fact that they're smaller, like the cool enemies that they killed at the end. It's so amazing. So I didn't need women. I saw 0 women in the Stardust Project. You know that, right? I saw 0 women. To normal people in general, you know, girls that are not tainted by any ideology, they're just girls, they just like different things, or in this case, I mean, they're just geeks. The people, I mean, the girls that were referenced in my comment section that like orcs, that like Tyranids or Eldario, whatever, those are just the girls that are just fans like guys are. It's the same thing. They just see cool stuff, and they absolutely do not want to tie their gender to the characters or whatever factions they like, because it makes no sense at all. I mean, my favorites again are Custodes, which are big muscular dudes, because my ideal hero subconsciously, consciously is big muscular dude who fights for honor and justice, and he has something tangible that he can call the thing that inspires him to fight. And in this case, this is the Emperor, and the Emperor is unique and interesting character that I very much, how to say this, relate to. I mean, his idea of being the Emperor, not to his evil ways or whatever, but just to the good side that he has somewhere. The point again is that I'm connecting to the Emperor. I'm not connecting to any of the girls.
Into the gender, yeah.
Yeah, not connecting to them through the gender. Now, do I think Sisters of Silence are great? Yes, they're freaking awesome. I want to see more of them. Am I a fan of them? Absolutely. Am I a fan of Sisters of Battle? Absolutely. Do I want to have more Sisters of Battle represented into the lore? Yes, because they deserve it. They're good characters. They're a good faction that deserves more. That doesn't have anything to do with their gender, just that they're good in general. They're well written as a whole, as an idea. They should be better written in terms of little stories, you know, individual things, Sisters of Silence as well. But again, that's the point. Every normal person can connect to a female or a male character if they represent something that's universal and it's good and it's cool, something that speaks to you, just like Logan here is a fan of Wonder Woman. And the real Wonder Woman, I mean, from the comic books, and Wonder Woman, what she represents, and Supergirl and whoever is a female character, just like we are all fans of Xena Warrior Princess.
Exactly. And
because she's so freaking deep.
Just like those characters were created by men. The female characters, right?
Yeah.
There need to be a woman who create those characters, and there are many male characters created by women. You also created your character. You made him a man.
Yeah, when I created my comic book characters, when I used to draw comic books, and I created this guy that's called Black Man. He's not black, by the way. He's just a shadow.
If you like those things, you become a fan. So woman or not, if you like things like that, then you become a fan. Not if you didn't become a fan before that, then no matter what they do, you still are not going to become a fan. That's it. No matter how many female characters they present there, it's just not going to work. If in the first place you weren't there. I mean, there are also women who don't like comic book movies or comic books and things like that. It doesn't help when they make a Supergirl movie or a Wonder Woman movie. No.
Yeah, they still couldn't care less because they're not attracted to this whole medium in the first place. That's the point. And now they're making, I mean, GW, instead of listening to actual fans, they're catering to actually male feminists that want female anything in Warhammer and to turn male factions into female factions. But this way, disrespecting the whole female inclusion idea as a whole, because again, everything that should be included in a set universe should be included because they serve a purpose, because they have a reason to be there, because they're cool enough and they are going to contribute to the story. If they're not contributing to the story, it doesn't matter if they're men or if they're women, they shouldn't be there. So it's not about gender, but GW and the current world that we're living, they're making all about gender, all about race or whatever, all the time, totally missing the point of real meaning, substance, and quality. And we get lost. And now I do see also comments that blame women, that women did this to the hobby. Women didn't do this. I mean, some women sure did. There's some grifters on X that push stuff and narratives on purpose. But those women are the same crazy people that are you know, the men also.
They're just as bad as the men feminists who also were pushing
They're the
that,
same.
you know.
They're the same.
Yeah.
I mean, how about seeing the truth? I mean, that those people, no matter if they're men or women, if they're corrupted in that line of thinking and feeling, they're only feeling, by the way, they don't have actual thoughts, they're just feelings. If they're the same, they're the same. Doesn't matter what gender they are.
Doesn't matter is it a guy or a girl that is screaming, I want to be represented. It's just the fact that they're screaming that.
Yeah.
it speaks volumes. Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, I forgot to say that, but as I said before, now we're going to have the Horus Heresy books in Bulgarian by a publishing house here. In the comments, there were women who were happy. You know, they commented it. So here we go. They didn't say, but why don't you translate the books with a female custode? No. They said, oh, that's great. I always wanted to have that in Bulgarian. Great. There are fans out there who are fans of the thing, of the franchise.
Yeah. So first, be fan of the universe, not of the company that makes it. That's also a thing, because they are defending GW and their choices all the time.
Oh.
We see the same thing with DC. Like, people defend the choices of James Gunn, not the characters that he's portraying. They're not in their corner.
We saw it last night with that guy with the action figure reviews of Mayfix. Just because he's a fan of Mayfix, he says that's the best Superman figure out there at the moment. And say, are you madman? I like action figures, but when they put out the crap, I don't care. Is it Mayfix? Is it Hasbro? Is it McFarlane? Fonjoy did a bad job with the new Superman that they have. A good thing we both have the better one. I'm calling it out.
Yeah, we don't care about the company.
Corporate slaves about the company. Oh, everything they do is gold.
I have one thing as a casual I'd like you guys to try.
All right.
Hey, so chat. Say your piece. Throw in your 2 fucking cents. Drop all the fucking comments. Drop your venom. I've read your comments before. Fuck you, by the way. Yep, it's fine. I'm just kidding. I love you. But anyway, like, say whatever the fuck it is you want to, but come in with something fucking meaningful. You have not listened to this channel. You have not listened to me not once. Sisters of Battle, amazing. Sisters of Silence, amazing. Imperial Guardswomen, amazing. Commissars that are female, amazing. Stay the fuck away from Custodes. Where is your argument when you actually hear the full context of what everyone's saying? These are already things that are established in, oh, would you change their mind every coup? Fuck you. Demand some consistency from those fucking people then. I would love to see a poll. Leave it up there. Say what you want to. Bot it. Whatever the fuck it is. Let's read the comments and let's see, what do people actually think? Because this is my opinion on females joining in male spaces. Women that like video games or crept into our spaces and whatnot, the ones that do liked the product as it was. They did not want it changed. They just wanted to, hey, can I say my piece too? And that's all they wanted to do. Women that came in, I'm counting you too, you gays and all the other middle people. Those people that came in and were like, but why can't there be more representation? That's the true cancer. That's the true cancer. So I'm hoping that the small percentage of women that actually really like this stuff, which I think is badass, vocally stand up against the minority. But I think that a poll would be the most interesting thing. Literally, say what you want to. We'll read the comments. That's my dream at this moment.
Okay, we do have to formulate the question exactly.
Yeah.
And then, make up the answers. But yeah, that's a perfect idea.
We work on that indeed.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I gotta do it.
Should female custodes exist?
All right. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
And then the answers are gonna be interesting. Formulate
wanna see that indeed.
Okay, guys. So let's know what you think in the comments. This is a very long topic. And yeah, we're just gonna keep you informed about whatever is happening with the Custodes sales. Okay, guys, so let's know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might. Their purpose burning crystal bright. to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.